Hello and welcome to Adriel Enterprises channel. My name is Ikoya. I'm the CEO and founder of Adriel Enterprises. And Adriel Enterprises is a company that does consulting for your business. We also help you manage your online presence, helping you build content and brand your business for your social media, help you get that created and get it going. So today I'm going to be talking to you about 5 ways to improve your website. So I'm assuming that if you clicked on this video that you are either an entrepreneur, you own some type of business, maybe you're a service provider, maybe you're even a blogger, but I'm assuming that you want to improve your online presence with your website, which is extremely important because even if you're a brick or mortar, nowadays we are in the information age. And even if you have a store, people tend to look you up online and look up your website before they go into your store. We Google everything, right? And not only that, but e-commerce and online is becoming the way to shop. It's becoming the new way of life. A lot of brick and mortar stores are actually closing down and closing up shop because more and more people are going online. And so it's extremely important that your website is up to date, that it's looking good, it's the best representation of you and your business, because guess what? That is the way most people are going to come and find you and meet you, is through online. So you want to make sure that your website is up to date, it's up to par, it's looking good, everything is working and helping to drive your business. So if you follow me here, you know I always like to start with number 5 to number 1. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. So number 5, you want to update your website. Update your website. You guys, I can't tell you how many websites I've been on where it looks extremely dated. It still has the flash stuff going on. Maybe the graphics look more cartoony. They don't look up to par. The pictures, you can tell, are old. Some of the social media links and clicks and different things don't work. You don't want this to be you. So make sure that your website is updated. Right now, it's a huge trend with websites having, for a lack, you guys seem to have a better term, with the boxes and everything is kind of moving up and down in a lateral form. That's really popular. So I highly recommend, if you do it yourself, then get in there and just make sure your website is updated. If you don't do it yourself, find somebody who can. Also, if you're not sure how to update your website or if your website is up to date, a great way to find out is look at who is the top or the best in your industry and look at their websites and see what they're doing. Is your website competing? Is it compatible? It doesn't have to look the same, but is it on that level? And if it's not, then that's a great clue of it's time to update. So make sure that you're updated, everything on there is working, and that you're good to go, because if you look like your website is old or you don't really care about it, then guess what? The impression is that maybe you don't care about business or your customers either, and we don't want to be turning down any money. So make sure that your website is updated, it's up to par, it's looking fresh, it's got the new technology, and it's doing the things that are in style right now on the Number 4 is create a blog. You want to create a blog. Now I know what you're thinking, Ikoya, I don't like writing. I don't want a blog. Well, let me give you a few suggestions. Number 1, the reason why it's important to have a blog on your website is because if nothing else, it helps with your SEO, your search engine optimization. So when people are looking for products or something in your particular industry, if you have a blog with a lot of information on there, that helps rank your website to help you get more traffic, to get more people. It also makes you an authority on whatever industry, niche, or service that you're doing. If you have a lot of information that is good that you're giving people about your particular industry or service, then of course they're going to want to come, because guess what? They know you're a leader in that. They'll trust you, right? You want to build people's trust, and you want people to know that when they shop with you or they book with you, consult with you, that you know exactly what it is you're talking about. If you're not a writer, you can hire someone. Websites like Fiverr, Upwork, and there's a ton of other ones. Also, you can collaborate with other bloggers, have you guys post on each other's things. You can post other people who are in the field, actual posts or content that they've created. I wouldn't necessarily do that, but it's a way to at least start and get the blog started. But you definitely want to make your voice known. You also, if you're a YouTuber or you make videos, you can have videos on your blog. You can make infographics. You can write. Just whatever it is, you need a blog to help show that you are informed and you are in it to win it for your industry. So really, really, really think about it. And you gotta be consistent if you start a blog. So make sure that you have it prepared, planned out, and maybe, you know, before you start it, you want to make a plan and really figure out what it is, the content that you want to put on there. But it's really important to have some type of blog so that people know that you're serious and informed about your industry. Number 3, you guys, and if you're not doing this, then you're missing out on money. So get it started. It is add an email opt-in. You've got to capture people's email addresses. Do you know it takes the average person 7 times to see or come and visit your website before they will actually purchase something? So if you can get a person, say from one of your social media sites, to your actual web page, which is what you want to be doing, funneling all those things to your website, once you get them, they may not necessarily purchase the first time. But if you don't have a way to capture their email, then guess what? You just missed out on an opportunity. You always want to make sure you have a way that you can keep the conversation going. Maybe they abandoned their cart. You can email them and ask them why if they have any questions. So you want to make sure that you have some kind of freebie, I call them, or premium, something that you're giving away in exchange for that email address. Maybe it's a free webinar. Maybe it's a free ebook. Maybe it's a sheet that they can download. Maybe it's a song. Maybe it's a video. But you really want to take the time, a discount. But you really want to take time, to think about something that you can give your customers in exchange for their email address. If you listen to any top blogger, influencer, they will tell you the money is in your email list because it allows you to continue to have those conversations with your customers even when they're not online. You know, maybe you have a huge presence on Facebook and maybe this person is really always on Instagram, but they somehow found your website. You want to make sure that you're not just relying on Instagram or Facebook to keep these people engaged. You need that email list so that you can send them and keep up with them. So when you're having sales, events, products you're selling later on, you can always keep in touch with them. So make sure you have something. And if you don't know how to do it yourself, you can always hire a developer to help you with that. There's a lot of programs, and ConvertKit is the one I'm thinking of. MailChimp. There's a whole bunch of things that you can, and apps that you can put into your website to help you with sales funnel and help you to capture emails. I know Wix and Squarespace, I think it has them already built in for you. You just have to add the apps. So anyways, whatever it is you're doing, make sure that you add that. Do whatever you have to do to add that. But you need to be capturing email. Don't leave any money on the table. Number 2 is really simple, you guys, but you'd be shocked at how many people don't have this on their website. It's mobile compatibility. Nowadays, 90% of people go online on their phones or iPads. So if your website isn't compatible with an iPad or a cell phone, and when I say compatible, I mean when you go on it, it's taking a long time to load up. The graphics are out of sync, or they're not the way they need to be looking, then you're going to lose out on a lot of business because most people are getting online on their phone, and that trend is just going to continue to get higher and higher. So you want to make sure that your website is mobile compatible. And most, like I said before, Wix and Squarespace, a lot of those build-it-yourself websites have it where you can go in and edit just for mobile and iPad to make sure it looks right. If you're on something that doesn't have that, or if you didn't build your own website, just make sure that you speak with your web developer. Make sure you're checking and going online, going on your iPad, going on your phone, and making sure that your website also looks good. Everything's loading quickly. Because you don't want to lose business because it's taking you 20 minutes to load up something. People have attention spans of a fly. I mean, you got to get in there and get them when you can. So just make sure that your site looks great, not only on a desktop, but also mobilely. If you do that, you're already ahead of the game. And number 1, you guys, and the most important thing you can do if you don't do anything else from this video is add video content to your website. Now, I know for a lot of people, getting in front of a camera, getting, putting yourself out there is scary, and I get it. But you guys, this is the future of marketing, especially when it comes to social media and online. Videos, people can connect with you so much faster. It's great to write blogs and it's great to write things down, but people buy from people, and it's a way for people to see you, to gain trust with you, to get to know you. And let's just be honest, if you look at your feeds, what is mostly in there right now? Video. In the analog rhythms, video is getting to the top of the pages and getting the top ranks. So you want to make sure that you have video. So if you're not cool or comfortable being in front of a video, maybe you can hire an influencer who's in your industry to make a video for you, or give out free products to somebody who isn't afraid. And video, you guys, I know it sounds intimidating, but it's really not that expensive. There's a lot of free programs. There's a lot of things you can do on your iPhone. If you go on YouTube and search, there's a ton of videos and tons of information out there about how to record videos. It's something simple as on your phone. So you don't have to have a big expensive camera and equipment. It could be something really simple. As long as it's great and the content is good, people will connect with you. And that's why, if you think about it, all the social media platforms are now adding live things. It's because video is the way to go. So if you don't have video on your website, you're going to get left behind. And nobody wants to be left behind. When you're in business to make money. So make sure that you're including some video content, whether you're hiring somebody, whether you're creating it on your own, whether you're posting other people's, maybe you need to collab with somebody, but figure out a way to add video to your content. And how to add video on your website. You can do a tutorial about how to use your products. You can talk about your products. You can review other products in your field, but you need to figure out a way to put video in there. So let's go over the 5 things you can do to improve your website right now, right? So number 5 is update it. Make sure it looks good. Make sure all the links are working, that it's up to date, that it's on trend with what's going on online with websites right now. Number 4 is create a blog. Help yourself with the SEO. Make yourself the expert in your field by adding a blog, whether it be with writing content, whether it be infographics, videos, collaborations, whatever it is. Get a blog and get some information on your site. We are in the information age, people, and if people know that you have good information, it's a way to keep them coming back and back and back to your site. Number 3 is add an email opt-in. Add an email opt-in. If you only have a Facebook page, or you do all of your interaction with your customers through your social media, that's great and it's a good thing to do, and I highly recommend that. But if that's the only place you're doing it at, then you're losing, because guess what? We've all seen Vine go away, Meerkat go away, MySpace go away. What if Facebook was to go away? What if Instagram was to go away? How are you going to get to your customers? You know how you're going to get to them? With that email. So make sure that you have an email address, and that's a whole nother video about talking about how to keep that up. But for this one, just make sure that you're having a way to capture emails by luring them in with some type of freebie, some kind of benefit to them that will make them want to give you your email so that you can continue those conversations. Number 2 is make sure your site is mobile compatible. Most people are getting online now on their cell phones, on their iPads, and guess what? They want to see what you have. They want to see what you're about, and you want them to see what you're about, and you want to make that first impression great. And you want to make sure that everything on your website is looking good. It's in margin. You can see all the pictures. Everything is loading up fast. You only have one time to make that online impression. And like I said, most people are going online now on their phone. So if your website isn't ready and up to par for mobile, then you're going to be left behind. And the number 1 thing you can do, you guys, is add video. Figure out a way to add video to your content. It is the way of the future. It's why all these platforms are going live. It's getting ranked higher. It's the best way to connect and get people's attention. So make sure that you are including video. And like I said, that's a whole nother video, but there's a lot of things that are already out here that can help you figure out how to create and come up with edit videos. So make sure you're adding that to your website. So I hope these things were helpful for you. Share with me down below which tips you're going to use or which tip you are already using that's really helped to grow your business. I would really love to hear that. Also, if you haven't already, please go over to www.adrielent.com and get our freebie. We have a free monthly business internet tracker sheet, which will help you guys get intentional and help you grow your online presence. For the whole year, it has every month you can go down there and write down your numbers, see how much growth you're getting, see what's working, what's not working, what content you need to be posting, which platforms you're doing really, really well on and need to keep the momentum on, which ones you can need a little bit more help developing for. It's a great tool to grow your online presence, and it's free, so make sure you visit and join. And the last thing is, today I'm rocking my Hustle Hard t-shirt. If you're an entrepreneur, a girl boss, a guy boss, just a boss period, you definitely want to go shop our store. We have great accessories, t-shirts, mugs, everything to just help you look good and get your boss on. So thank you so much for watching again. I hope all these helped. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We have a lot of great videos to help you build and create your presence online and help you get your business strong. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Remember, keep God first and create opportunities.